My sensual Scorpios, and welcome back to my channel, Zodiac Love Tarot. This is your Scorpio 2020 astrology yearly tarot forecast. So if you want to get started and you feel all excited about seeing this video, please go ahead and give me a like and also make a comment, because those things are totally helpful for getting other Scorpios to be able to see this, and for you to also subscribe so that you can keep getting messages, especially those that are coming in February. And if you didn't see your November and December readings where all that karmic cleansing happened for all my Scorpios, and by the way, thank you, those of you showing back up for me, because Scorpios, you have really done a very good job at viewing my stuff so far, and this is a new channel. So again, if you're new to my channel and you don't know much about me, please go back and preview the November and December videos of 2019, get that karmic cleansing, because tonight what we're going to do is something a little bit different. We are going to do what's called the Celestial Tarot Wheel of Life spread, and that is a 12-month spread. It does take a little while, so please hang in with me all the way to the end, because I really need that engagement, and make some comments and everything. And if you want good luck in 2020, please go ahead and make a comment saying I want good luck, or if you have anything else to say, I would totally love it. But for now, we're going to go down to the cards and we're going to get started, and I'm really excited, Scorpio. And again, thank you so much for really contributing and loving me on this channel, because I love you back. I really do. All right, let's get started. All right, down to the cards, shall we? Okay, so this is going to go around in a wheel, and this starts in January, and it also talks about your houses as we go. Now, another thing that's happening right now is these transits that are going to be happening in 2020, especially Pluto, which is Pluto is your ruling planet, and it's conjunct Jupiter and Saturn this year. And that means lots of good news for you, Scorpio. So I am just, I have no idea what these cards are about to say, but I feel like I'm about to get blown away. Honestly, I do. So I'm putting Scorpio energy into these cards, and I feel super just magical about Scorpios right now because of Pluto. And usually where Pluto brings people, you know, these challenges to make them reevaluate their lives, and it brings them challenges to make them shed things that don't serve them. I really believe that Pluto is not going to do that to you this year, Scorpio. It's going to make you really think about just how great you really are. It's going to just shower you with greatness, Scorpio, because it's your time to shine. You've been in the dark for too long. You've been toiling away in your mind, and Pluto is saying it is time. It is time. Whew, I already feel you so much, Scorpio. I feel you so much. So I am going to light some candles for you. This one's going to be for romance in 2020. I can't wait to see if there's going to be some romance cards for you. And then also this one is the peace card. Peace candle, peaceful candle, so that you can have peace coming up in 2020. And then I've got some energy stones here, which I got some new ones for Christmas, but I haven't put them out yet. And we'll just get started. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. All right, let's start with January. Find out what's in your first house. You also have a lunar eclipse in your 9th house, and Saturn is conjunct Pluto in your 3rd house. So I hope to see like just some sort of card coming out at me that tells me everything about fixed water signs and all the energy that you're going to kick off 2020 with. And take that. All right, here we go, Scorpio. Let's check it out. Libra. All right, so you got Libra energy, and it's upside down right now. So what that is telling me is that maybe in 2020 you had some issues where you felt like people just weren't treating you fairly. But then what we want to do for January is we want to turn this card upright, and we want justice and fairness coming your way in 2020, because it's been a long time coming. And so with this message from Pluto and Saturn, They're saying to you, justice is on its way, fairness is on its way, love is on its way, friendship's on its way. Everything that Libra brings you, Scorpio, is on its way. And plus, I know that Libra is also a very, very good match for Scorpio in terms of love and romance. So I wouldn't be surprised if a Libra came your way in January and you just had the start of a beautiful romance. That would be so amazing in January. So, whew, that's amazing card. And now in February, let's see what we have coming in your second house of finance. Okay, we have the Pisces card, and it was upright for you. And it's the Four of Swords and also the Pisces Astralis. And it's got some Uranus energy on it, so that means change is coming in terms of finances, that you've been able to reflect. And I really think that this year, because you've done so much reflecting on your personal finances, it's time for a change. It's time for things to come your way, time for things to finally happen for you, to come to fruition. I mean, this is just a really good, card to start off with in February, because this is like just with the Four of Wands, it's a time to celebrate. So something is going to really be paying off for you financially in February. So that's great news. That is totally good news. You put the work in, Scorpio, so something is going to come your way. Even if it's just a good investment or something of that nature. So look out for that. Now we're talking about March now. And the Saturn is in your fourth house in March, and this is also in your house of communication. And I know that your house of communication this year, Scorpio, is going to be on fire, because you have so much going on in your third house. You have Jupiter and Pluto in the third house, but that's not really coming until April. But March should set you up for that blessing from Jupiter and Pluto. So let's just find out right now what message Saturn has for you for your third house. All right, it has the fixed fire card and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this card is upside down for you right now, and what you want to do is get this card upright. And so this has to do with you having confidence again in your communications. I do remember a reading that happened in December about having strength and keeping strength, and I think that this is just neat. The reason why this was upside down is because you need to you're being reminded from Saturn to keep that strength going. Okay, in March, do not lose your fire, your fixed fire in March, because you're going to need it. For some reason, I feel like also with this Jupiter and Pluto coming into your third house in April, I think you're going to need this strength. You're going to need it for your communication with business, with coworkers, with your family, with your friends, with everyone. Maybe you're going to be looking back into your skill set and really just fine tuning everything that all of the skills that you have, you'll be fine tuning them. So let's check out what's going on in April. That's an amazing card, because I do remember that you want to keep that courage going. All right, so now we're back onto April, and this is home and family. And Saturn is probably going to be saying something here as well, but Jupiter and Pluto is who are really after right here. And they're in your third house. So maybe because this third and fourth house has a lot to do with home and family, maybe there's a lot of, I feel like if you could get your communication really on target with your family, like if you're reacting in a situation where you just feel like you're cycling over and over and over again on the same things, find a new way, find a new avenue. But I also want to see what Jupiter and Pluto has to say. All right, cool. So they have the Emperor card. Okay, so it was upside down, which is totally fine. But what it's telling me is that you're going to have some like Aries qualities coming in April. And if you're not already on board with that, this is kind of what it's telling me, is that you're not really being direct enough. So this is the message that's coming from Saturn and also Pluto and Jupiter, is that if you could just have this emperor-like attitude and be direct and forward, maybe you're not speaking up where you should be speaking up, and that's causing some problems. And what the mess, every time, I don't mean to jump back and forth, but I have to say that every time Saturn sends you a message, it's usually a lesson, okay? And Jupiter tells you if you can figure out this lesson, and that you would be able to get more abundance, make more money. Like, it starts in the home. If you're happy at home, then things are going to just spread out from there. So this is telling me that instead of being like having, either keeping things to yourself or being reactionary at your home, then you should be more direct and have a very strong conviction in the things that you want and the things that you stand for, because that's what's going to really make this important in April. And then if that is to happen, Pluto will shower you with abundance, okay? And then this card you will make this upright. Oh my goodness, this is a really intense messages, Scorpio. Okay, so now we're into May, and it's your creativity that we're talking about here. And also you have Venus in retrograde in your 8th house. So this is telling me here that your creativity is tied with your finances, and with Venus being in retrograde at this time, it's telling me that you are going to like finish up unfinished business. But let's just also see what the card has to say. Okay, you got the 7 of Swords, and it has this Mercury energy and it has this Gemini energy. So this energy basically is telling me that you have been leaping around. This is the Lepus, and you haven't been able to keep focus. And so now I'm getting this whole story where like you're in the family situation may be stifling, and there's either a lot of things not being told or said, or there's a lot of reactionary things happening, and that's making you lose your focus for your creativity, and also maybe lose your focus in your 8th house of finances. But with this card here, what you can think of is, now that you know this, it's time to really get back on the beaten path. Make sure that you use this Mercury communication here to really communicate your wants, your needs, your desires, your schedule. Let other people know what you need to succeed, and they will use this twin love here, or this unconditional love, to help you, to nurture you, to get you by. Because I think that whenever you don't speak up or you react in a way that's not getting you further, you're going to be still unfocused here. So just make sure that in May you start to use this Emperor card, okay? And also this Fixed Fire card. All right, let's see what we have coming up for service. So this is in June. You have a lunar eclipse in your 2nd house. Again, that's earnings and income, self-esteem, that sort of thing. And let's just check out what happens. The Crater. Okay, the 5 of Wands. So here's a message here from Leo and also Jupiter. This is telling me that the work that you did, it was tough work, because the card started out upside down. It was hard work, but eventually your cup runneth over. You have used that Leo energy that you took here from this Queen of Wands, and you used your Aries energy, and you did exactly what Jupiter told you to do in April. And then you got this chalice. And this is an accomplishment card. It means that things will just fill up, abundance. Pluto will be showering you with your gifts. So in June, before the summer starts, you are going to feel just amazing, and things are going to pay off for you, and just everything that you've done to get to this point is going to fill your cup. So I'm excited for you, really excited in June. And also this means to keep going on the routine that you've learned, and this will remain full, okay? So that's a good card. I'm so glad you got that one, Scorpio. So now let's move on to July in your House of Partners. This is the stuff I like. And we have in July Saturn coming into your third house of communication, which already tells me you should be communicating with your partner. And let's just see what happens. Okay, you got the High Priestess and it's upright. Okay, so basically this High Priestess is telling me that you are already using your intuition, you're already learning to trust. And that's really good because I think I did a reading in November about Scorpios learning to trust, and that it was really big energy I was feeling, and now I'm feeling almost like there's this calmness going on with that energy, like you listened, and here you are with your partner. This is the way you feel like you are just on top of the world. You've basically revealed the things that you needed to reveal to your partner, and now it's time for you two to really grow together and be successful together. And also in your house of communication, this card is telling me that you're not keeping any more secrets, that you have the ability to really trust. And there's, just this also kind of hierophant imagery in the back there telling you to maybe even decide to get into a long-term relationship and a traditional relationship that maybe you haven't been used to in the past. Maybe you've just been dating or dating off and on, or you and your partner have not been ready for commitments or anything like that. And now it's time that you're opening up and your secrets are opened up and everything is unveiled, and it is a good time to start a relationship. So that looks really good for July for you. Like, that looks amazing, okay? And it also means that you can really trust yourself with that card. And that moon energy is just so beautiful. I mean, every time I see that card, it makes me relax and just feel so much better. And there's a lot of Cancer energy in there too. So I always feel a lot of security when I feel that card, which is really good in July for you. So now we're moving on to August, and that is exactly what I was expecting. This is the Ursa Minor card. This is telling me in your 8th house of intimacy, you are going to grow emotionally, very emotionally. And there's that Cancer energy that I was just talking about. So, the cards do not lie. They just do not lie. And look, you still have the moon over here as well. So these two attributes are going to be really touching your heart in August, making the intimacy so much closer. Like, honestly, I'm just getting all of these feelings of this young emotional love, this start of something really brand new and really beautiful, and it's only going to grow and get bigger, and it just feels so good. That's some great energy in August. I'm just wondering, now I'm getting nosy. I want to know what that romance is. Okay, so please leave me a comment, like save this video, and when it comes to August, if you guys could give me a shout out and say, hey, this happened for me, I would just really love that. So now we're moving on to September, and you have Mars in your house of foreign travel, and let's see what is going to happen with Mars and in September. And this is, you going on maybe foreign travels, or also, learning something new, or just getting back into some higher education or some wisdom. So let's see what we got. All right, we have the Auriga card. It's the constellation, and it's a message from Saturn on there. And that's interesting because Saturn was in your back in your house in July in the third house, but here we have it showing up again in the 9th. And there's Saturn, well, what I'm talking about here is, see that Saturn energy there? And then there's also this Taurus energy. So this is telling me that with that new relationship, or with the tightening of the relationship, or a new commitment in the relationship, that when it comes to your 9th house, you are going to basically have a sense of wisdom around that relationship, and it's going to be very nurturing, And also it's going to be moving forward really fast. That's what this chariot here is telling me. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was like honeymoon material right here. Like you just got married, you made a commitment, and you just went all out for it. But, you know, I can't get my hopes up too high. I want to know, I don't know exactly what's going on for you, Scorpio, but that looks pretty good to me. And let me see what else. What kind of energy am I feeling from the Six of Pentacles? Oh, like I'm feeling like someone's going to be generous. Like maybe even you get a nice wedding band or something. I just feel some really cool energy coming from this card. Okay, so that's good. And then we have October, and October is such a good time, you know, for you, Scorpio. It's the start of your sun, the sun coming into your 10th house here. And let's just check it out. Well, also coming into your sign, but in this particular spread, it is coming into your 10th house, and that's your house of career. So I'm looking for something really good with that. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. It was upside down, so it hasn't happened yet, but that makes sense because it's not October yet. But there's Pluto right there. Even though it says Aquarius on here, when I told you you'd be showered with an abundance, there it is right there. And look, you have that earth energy here at the bottom. You have this Aquarius energy, this forward energy that's going to like be the water bearer and just come in and pour this abundance. So Pluto here is also just giving me a message saying that because of all of that energy, you know, in your third house and all that work that you did on yourself and all that emotional growth is just going to just shower you on your birthday. And that is amazing. I just feel so hopeful for you for this one. Okay, so now, should we even go on? I mean, this is just, it seems like you're blessing really keen, but we do have a lunar eclipse in November, so let's just see what that's about. That could be, you know, the coming off of a honeymoon or something. So this is your house of friends. So let's see, maybe you're excited, maybe there's something, you know, to talk about with them. So, and also maybe you just take them out to eat or something. Look at this. You've been showered. Okay. So let's turn it over and see what happens. Yes. You just got the Perseus card, and look at the gifts. You got the beautiful gifted shield. You've got the beautiful gifted sword. This is all presents from Jupiter that you were able to accumulate this year. They came a little bit late, but during that lunar eclipse, I think it's the perfect time to come out and give you the stuff you want. And it's also the Three of Wands, and there's that Jupiter energy right there, and then there's the Aries energy that we talked about, you know, in April. So we still have some Aries energy coming around. So it's just that you're victorious in everything that you've done this year, Scorpio, and this is how you're going to feel. You're going to feel victorious like Perseus, and your friends are going to look at you like this, and they're going to be like, wow, you just killed it this year, Scorpio. You totally killed it. Pluto was on your side. Jupiter was on your side. Saturn was on your side. Whew. All right. This is probably the best spread I've seen, you know, and I've done everything up to Scorpio right now. I still have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces to go. But this so far, I don't know, you're pretty head to head with Aries this year. All right, so let's go, but it is the better. It's better. So far, it's better. All right, so now we're into December, and we have a solar eclipse in December, and this is also your hidden resources. And you just got cardinal water. That's you right there. I mean, you are definitely a water sign. You're fixed water, but with it being cardinal, it just means that even in December, your hidden talents are going to be to initiate. You're going to be, you know, really initiating that earth energy. And that's going to be productivity. That's going to be stability, prosperity. So this is just going to carry on into 2021. So this is such an amazing year for you, Scorpio. I'm jealous. I'm totally jealous. I'm super jealous because Libra, because Libra, which is what I am, our year was a little bit rocky when I did it. And it was something where there was a lot more challenges, like with your cards being upside down, there was some challenges, but it's just a reminder of, you know, how they Pluto and Saturn want you to be to get on with it and get all the blessings that you're supposed to be getting. Whew, so thank you so much, Scorpio, for coming to visit me at Zodiac Love Tarot, and I hope that was as exciting for you as it was for me, because like I'm totally excited. I just want to go hang out with my Scorpio friends, especially when they get, I'm trying to see what month, in the 10th, yeah, in October. I want to go see you guys in October when you're on, you know, when you're on fire and you're receiving all this abundance. But so that was really good. So if you like this video, please give me a like. Also share it with another Scorpio that you know, or someone who's trying to date a Scorpio, because, you know, they might want to find out what's going on with their Scorpio throughout the year. And if they're a Libra, you might even hook them up, because that's what's supposed to be happening in January. So, you know, you never know what kind of matchmaking you might do. And then also leave me a comment and subscribe, and come see me again in February so that you can get your February reading. And that's all for me tonight. Thank you so much, my Central Scorpios, and have an exciting 2020. Goodbye.